Welcome back to TovarTech, where we make learning fun. And I remember we forget what we hear, but we remember what we do. So I expect you to go to tovartech.org after this video, download a tutorial, and dig in and get some hands-on so that we can enhance our learning experience, excuse me. So right now we're going to find ourselves inside of a Linux environment. I give you a link in all my tutorials so that you can follow along. And today we're going to learn a couple of fundamental commands. I want to kind of walk you through, help you understand the basic commands. And on that note, we're going to start with who am I? This is going to let us know that I am currently logged into this system as root, not as Bob, not as Carol, but as root. Okay. In addition to that, if I ever find myself lost inside of a subdirectory, I can always hit the print working directory command, and it's going to show me that I have the /root command, or I am literally inside of the root folder for the root user. And I can also use the date command to see what time it is or what day it is, and if my screen gets crowded, I can just go ahead and clear everything. Now, earlier we said print working directory lets me know that I'm inside of the root folder. Maybe I need to find a specific file. I can do that by using the ls command. This is going to list anything that's inside of this particular folder. Now I can also use switches with many commands, or all the commands actually. ls for the list, and I can say list all. It's going to show me everything, including the hidden files. Before, I only saw that I had bench.py, I had a Python file, and hello.c, but notice as soon as I added these switches, the /la, there's files in here that I didn't see previously. I can also just say list, a long list, but because I said long list all, I got everything that exists inside of this folder. Okay, now I can also, if I had other folders that I wanted to look at, remember right now we're inside of the root folder, and I remember that because I used pwd, but maybe I need to go inside of a different folder. Maybe I need to change directory into the etc folder, and if I need to see what's in there with the commands that we've learned already, look at the difference inside of this folder as opposed to what was inside of the root folder. And I can always get back by just hitting cd space / and it's going to take me back to my root folder. Oops, I should have done this, but essentially I'm back in my root folder. And in here, notice the big difference. So I'm going to go ahead and just use clear. And another thing I want to do, since we're talking about directories, is I can always create directories. I can do that by going into the mk, make a directory, right? And it says, hey, wait a minute. You told me to make a directory, but I gotta have a name. So we can say make directory, and we're just gonna call it training. So now I can actually go to that ls command, and it's a lot cleaner if I do a long list. Oops, ls. We're going to say ls, and again I want a long, and I want everything or all, and my training folder is right here. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it for us. Now notice immediately to the left I have dr for directory, and then we have some privileges, right? And we'll talk about those a little bit later, but right now I want you to see that says a D for directory, and not everything is going to have it because there's different types of files in here. So for now, I made a directory, and I want to go into the training directory, so I can say CD for change directory. And now inside of the training directory, if I ask to see everything inside of the new folder I just created, there's nothing there, right? So let's go back and say, once again, training. It says there's no, I can't get into a subfolder training because I'm already in the training directory, and I can verify that with my command that I learned earlier, the pwd. Now in here I don't have anything yet. However, I could say touch, and I'm going to call this file training file.txt. So I have touch to create a file. The name of the file is training. Let's spell it correctly. Training file.txt. I don't see anything in the output, but if I ask for my long list and everything, there it is, training file.txt. Now, notice again on the extreme left, dr, and this says, this doesn't say directory, because this is a file, okay? Now, I can also say echo training, and all echo is going to do is repeat. But touch actually created the file. Now, if I wanted to see what was inside of the file that I just created called touch, I could do something called cat for concatenate. And if I say, this is going to show you what's inside of the training file txt, and nothing's there. There's no output because it's just a fresh file. There's nothing inside of it. I could also copy that file. So maybe I want to say copy training file.txt to training file2.txt. And now if I say long, I notice that I have the first one and the second one. I could also maybe move the file. So I want to move training file.txt, and I just want to put it in my root folder. Okay, now let's go back up to the root folder, and if I say LA, I should find my training file up at this level now. It's no longer inside of the training folder, and I can validate that with the PWB because that shows that I'm in the root folder. I can also go back into my training folder, and in there, instead of 2 files, I should only have 1 now. Notice that the original one is no longer there because it was moved by using the mv command. Let's clear this because it's getting a little crowded on the screen. Alright, let's say clear. There we are. Okay, so we went through a couple of things. We did a copy, we did a move. What about I no longer need the file? So inside of the training folder, maybe I no longer need the training file too, so I can say rm for remove training file 2, and that's going to get rid of it. And I can verify that by doing an ls with the switch LA like we did before. Notice it's no longer there. What about if I go back to my root folder, up at the top, if I say list, here is my training file.txt. Let's move this back to where we had it before, and that was inside of the training folder. Alright, so now let's go into the training folder. I really don't need that. I can just say, because I'm just going 1 deep, and I should have that 1 file back in here, which I do. And I can verify that I'm inside of the training folder, and I see my training file.txt. Now let me go up a level. Now we're back at our root folder where we've been working with, and in here, if I say ls-la, that file should no longer be here, which it's not, but I do have my training folder. Now if I want to remove the folder, I can say remove directory training, and it's going to say it failed to remove it because it's not empty. It's protecting what's inside. Now remember, we moved that file, training file, back inside of it, so I can't just remove that folder. We've been using the ls command quite a bit, and we also introduced the switch LA, but are there any other switches that I can use? Now, if the ls space -LA doesn't give you what you need, you can go into the manual for the LS, and it should show you any and all switches available with it, right? So we've been using the L for long, we were using the A. Let me just use the Q to quit out of here. So you can use the manual for any command to try to find more switches, okay? Now, along with the LS and the change, maybe I don't have privileges to look at something. Now let's go back to what we saw earlier, right here, where I have the read, the write, and so on. If you did not have privileges to do something to a file, you can also chmod or modify, like for example, the training folder. So let's just say change, modify 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not something I suggest you do. This is only for training purposes, mind you. I'm gonna elevate, and I just change the privileges, the rights, to the permissions is the correct word. I just changed the permissions to that training folder, and I can validate that by doing this. Notice at the top, right here, my training folder is now highlighted in green. And like I said, I wouldn't suggest doing this. This is only for this video. I just want to demonstrate the DRs for the directory. But notice down here, we've basically elevated the permissions all the way to the top. And we'll go into more detail. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole just right now. But I just wanted to introduce the change, modify permissions at this point, what it looks like, and the differences when you're inside of those folders, okay? I could also, let's leave that for later. If I wanted to find something or locate information, I could use the grep command. All right, so let's make the directory logs. Now we're gonna try that again. All right, so let's go look inside of the logs folder that we just created, and there's our system log. And if we concatenate system.log, we see the error that we just typed. There we are. And it was just fat fingering everything. So it did find error inside of disk is almost full. So grep is a good way to find something. Let's do that again. I said grep error, and go ahead and look inside of my logs. I want to look for everything that has that word in any log. And now let's add one more. Let's say echo error low system resources. And I also want that to go into a different log this time, right? So we're going to call this logs, and we're going to call this, instead of a system log, we're going to call this a security log, just to have something different, okay? So now let's go back to the grep command. I still want to find the error. I still want to go into my logs, but I don't know which log. Let's see what happens this time. So let's search all log, and it found both of them, right? So it went inside of the system log as well as the security log because the error exists in both. Now we're getting the hang of this, right? So let's do one more. Let's say echo error. Oops. File not found. Let's just say file not found. File not found. And this time, we're just going to call this general.log. And once again, let's go into grep. We're looking for error. We're looking inside of our logs. any log. And here we go. We found error in all of those logs. So then if this gets you a little bit closer, you could also, if you were specifically looking, for example, for a disk is almost full, now you can say cat. We can go into our logs. We know that it's inside of our logs, we have the system.log and cat. I did that wrong. Cat logs system. There we go. So now concatenate cat is going to give you everything that's inside of that, the message, the complete message. Okay, here, and we'll pick up another video. We're going to learn about pipes, redirection, and we'll take this up a notch. Please like and share, and I'll see you in the next video.